So guys, this is a video that's pretty serious, and it's definitely not like a funny story. So if you come to my videos just to laugh and leave, I'd probably go watch any other video except this one. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's pretty serious, like I said. Please don't go too nuts in the comments with roasting me or anything like that. I'm sure people will anyway. I mean, you can't really ask not to. But just know, if you see something that I do with my life and you don't like it, you can always improve yours for the better by not doing what I do. That's why I always try and say in my videos, or like if I tell a story, to say like, hey, never do this, or never do that, because I try and set a decent example for people. And I hope you can take something from this and either be inspired or I guess just informed, because I've never talked about this before. I think a couple times on a Twitch stream, but never in depth like this. But this is a story I told myself a long time ago that I would never talk about, that I would keep it a secret, because I actually used to be really ashamed of this. But now I can't lie. You can say it's egotistical, but I'm very, very, very proud of myself. But to start this off, I'll just get right into it. I am a high school dropout. I've never said that before in a video. I've always avoided the question because people always ask me, even to this day, yo man, are you graduated? Are you going to college? Are you still in high school? And yeah, no, I am a high school dropout. And I'm going to tell you the whole story of it, okay? So it all started in the beginning of high school. If you've been following me for a very long time, you might know a little bit of this. But I used to have very, very serious anxiety disorder. And I still do have it, but it's not nearly as bad as what I used to go through. But I missed a lot of school because of it. I would miss so many days. I would have to go home early all the time because I would literally sit down in class and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I would start freaking out and shaking. And I've almost fallen over in front of my entire class so many different times and just went unconscious. So it was serious. Like, I would really freak out. And it got to a point where my doctor would literally offer me like prescription pills and like serious stuff to try and calm me down. But I would never take anything because I just didn't want to take pills and get like dependent on them or anything. So I never did. But eventually I found like relaxation in doing YouTube and just telling stories, and I ended up getting a boost from my homie Cody. Shout out to him. He's a beast. I got like 7,000 people in the beginning. And that to me was like, I made it. Like, I literally made it. Like, I think a few of you might know this, but my goal ever since I was like 10 years old was to get 1,000 subscribers. So when I got to 7,000, I was just lost for words. Like, I was just complete. I was so happy about it. And I feel like people should look at YouTube more like that, because like so many people start channels nowadays and they just want like 5 million subscribers. It's like, man, be grateful. I was so happy to even say I had 100 people watching me and that liked me. That was so cool. It was such a cool feeling to me. And I don't want to get all cliche, but like I can't even put into words what it feels like to say like where I'm at now. But all I can really say is just thank you guys. Especially you guys from back then too. If the few thousand from back then that used to watch my videos still watch my videos now and are subscribed, thank you, because back then when I was going through that anxiety disorder stuff, that was like literally everything that helped me. I would just come home and having that community of people around me and having my cool friends and just making YouTube videos, talking to a microphone was just so good feeling. And it got to a point where I basically beat my anxiety disorder with solely doing YouTube and just having my friends. And it felt great. And eventually I could go back to school. And I did. I went back to school after missing all that time. And I think I was back for half days because I was still a little bit nervous and stuff like that. So I was going for half days, and then eventually I was back full time. And as a student through all of high school, I would always struggle. I was always struggling in like almost every area. Some days I was doing pretty good, and then other days I just couldn't learn anything. And I struggled through a lot of high school, and some of it was my fault. I would choose to stare at the wall, or I was so bored. I could like barely make myself focus. And it was hard. I had to have a teacher over my shoulder like at all times if I wanted to learn something. And it just really was hard for me. And eventually got to a point, I think it was the last couple months of 11th grade, I was like sitting in class one day and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try in this math class. I'm going to try and do math for once. And within 2 weeks, I somehow managed to pull my grade from a 50 to a 98, which is literally like going from an F to basically an A in just like a couple weeks. So to me, I was like, damn, how did I do this? And I kept trying. And for some reason, the only class I had a really good grade in was math for like the last couple months of that year. And I don't know how. Every other class I tried in, I just couldn't do that good in it. I think it was just that teacher. He had some like magic way of getting through to me. But anyway, senior year came around. I missed a lot of school. That's when it became like just me throwing YouTube right over everything. And I was seeing super good results. Like I was blowing up on YouTube at this point. And in school, I had people coming up to me when I would go. And they'd be like, yo, dude, this is my music video. You want to post it on your channel? Or like, hey, man, follow me on Twitter. Give me a Twitter shout out. And I was just like, oh, this is really, really weird. People were treating me so differently, including my parents. They were being way more supportive because I always used to tell them when I was a kid, I was like, I literally want to leave school. I want to do something on my own. I don't want to take that stupid basic route of going through college and being unhappy for the rest of my life, working a desk job and having debt for the rest of my life from loans and stuff like that. And my mom would just always tell me, she's like, shut up, you're going to graduate, you're not dropping out, I won't allow it, blah, blah, blah. And I used to say, Mom, I will literally work for McDonald's for the rest of my life if it means I'm happy and doing something I like, compared to sitting at some desk job making a lot of money and being unhappy. And she hated when I said that. And don't take what I just said as like working a desk job or going to college and getting good grades is something that's like negative. I'm not trying to say that. I mean, for me, it was. I never wanted to take the safe route. I always wanted to make my own path. I wanted to pave my own way. And I wanted to take a risk with my life. And that was something I did, and it worked. But what I just said wasn't me trying to say like, oh, if you go to high school, you study all through high school, you get amazing grades, you go to a great college for years, you get your degree, and you get a good high-paying job through that route. I'm not bashing you, dude. Fuck yeah, you're a legend. You stay on that path. Like, that's awesome. I was saying for me personally, that was something I didn't want to do because I just felt like it wasn't cut out for me, and I wasn't cut out for that. It didn't make me happy. And I think to me, that's the safest route you can take in this life. And to me, I didn't want to take the safe route. And it's not guaranteed either. Like, trust me, I know people are going to comment and be like, dude, if you go through college, that does not mean you get a good job. Oh, trust me, I know that. Don't worry. I'm well aware that nothing in this life is guaranteed. But I was just saying that's probably the safest route you can take. But anyway, back to the story, okay? 12th grade, I stopped going a lot. I was missing a lot of school. And my school called me up. They're like, look, Austin, what are you doing? They talked to my mom. They're like, what is he doing? And she was kind of like giving up on me at this point. She was really like just... I don't know what to tell him. He's just really set on this YouTube stuff, and I don't think he wants to go anymore. And they're like, okay, what if we put him in tutoring? All he would have to do is go to the library every day for 2 hours. And to me, I was like, you know what? Let's try it. That sounds like a really, really good idea. So I tried tutoring out for like 3 weeks, and already I just stopped going because I just wanted to put YouTube and streaming over it, and I had way more fun doing that, and I just was having a hard time learning still. So I stopped going to tutoring, and I was just back to what I was doing, which was just grinding full-time on YouTube and Twitch. And my mom was just like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to leave. I just want to drop out. And it was so weird because it was the first time I said that, and my mom didn't freak out and immediately say no. She just said, she's like, you know what? You've said this for a long time, and you've proven me wrong in every way. And you're just doing so well for yourself, and this seems like it's going to be your life from now on. And you're doing such good things for yourself, and I support you 100% doing this full time. And I was like, thank you, Mom. It was the first time I've ever heard her say something like that. It was so surreal. And yeah, she told my school, she's like, yeah, he wants to drop out. And they're like, okay, we'll set up a meeting to talk about it. And they told me they were going to set up a meeting to talk about it. And they proceeded to never call me again and basically kick me out of school. They took me out of everything. They removed me from everything. And I was basically kicked out of school. And we never had the meeting to even discuss it. But yeah, after that, I dedicated all my time into YouTube and streaming. And the last few months of senior year that I would have been in a classroom with my fucking head down on a desk getting yelled at by a teacher, I was in the Hollywood Hills in a house that I paid for, meeting my idols and hanging out with insanely cool people that I love and that I'm so happy to have met because of this whole thing. And I now have this insane community of people around me that have changed my life forever and suck my fucking dick school and gargle on my nuts. The whole point of this video is not to flaunt my success. I just wanted to say, like, if you have something that you like doing and you find happiness from and it doesn't hurt you or your health or anybody else's, then seriously keep going with it if you could see yourself doing that in the future as like a career or something. Because you seriously have no idea how close you might actually be to achieving what you think is impossible. And I know that sounded so cliche. I'm not trying to sound like that. But for real, like, I see so many people talking about things they want to do, but they never jump on the opportunity to do it. And it's saddening. But anyway, I would never, ever, ever advise to leave school. That's just my experience. That's my life. And I want to tell you guys about it because I was never open about this once on my channel. And I wanted to be because you guys know almost everything else about me. So I want to talk about that. That is my life. That is what happened. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Seriously, I know people are going to comment and be like, you're an idiot. You're a fucking dropout. Have fun working at Burger King in 20 years. Well, first of all, I plan on retiring in 20 years. Second of all, it's my life. If I'm happy doing what I do, and I'm not hurting you or myself, I really don't think there's any reason to be mad at me or like be mean to me. You should just always keep working on yourself and being happy with yourself. But that's enough of the inspirational Luna for today. I'm really sorry if this video was like really, really annoying to you and just different. I just always wanted to talk about that and I never did. So I thought I would today. And I just really want to say thank you guys because for real, like, I do milestone videos here and there, but it really does mean a lot to me that I have you guys in my life and I can stream and do YouTube, and I've had all these amazing opportunities and became friends with so many cool people and have you guys. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Love you all. Also, stay in school, get good grades, balance what you love doing in school, and when you graduate, go full time on whatever you want to do as a career for the rest of your life. All right. See you guys all tomorrow with something way more funny. I hope you enjoyed it regardless. If you did like this video, a more real talk video, and you like more serious stuff, I could do more of this more often, but that's kind of up to you guys, so let me know with the feedback. And yeah, see you all tomorrow. Peace out.
Hey, this that 1-800, I don't give a fuck about you. Please get off my line, there is no one to talk to. I'm doing just fine, I'll have my people call you. Hold up, never mind, we gon' press that dial. Used to hold my tongue, not French kiss bitches and I know they sprung. T-Pain with the dreads and the Kirsten dunce.